Welcome back to Chuck's Subsistence. The moon looks half clear today. That's weird. It looks like the sun's coming up. So I wanted to show you a couple things that I've been working. Well, one specific thing that I've been working on. One theory or one project, but it's a couple things within a project, I guess you could say. Let's see. I need something to eat before we head out. I probably should have did this before, but that's okay. It won't take a minute. I gotta explain a couple things anyway. Let's see. We'll make boil some tomato soup. We'll make 2 of them. That should be plenty. Fill me up for the day. Fill up our water. Anyway, solar panels. What a project. What a time-consuming thing. So, if you want to make solar panels now, I mentioned that in my last video, that circuit boards are required for solar panels. So, in order to make a solar panel, you need 2 circuit boards. The rest of this stuff is relatively easy to come by, but circuit boards, not so much. The circuit boards now require capacitors and semiconductors, 2 of each, in fact, to make one circuit board. Now, of course, electrical components, as long as you're looting crates, you're going to have enough of them, depending on how many solar panels you're trying to make. In order to make capacitors, you need 3 refined lithium, obviously pearls you found in the water, in any lake, refined silicon, and refined obsidian. So that's obsidian, silicon, and lithium. Those are extremely rare ores. As a matter of fact, in order to get those ores, you can check the map, and they zone this out, which you could turn that off if you want. This is what the map used to look like, and when they added the new types of ore, they made zoning. So now in each zone has a name. This is Headland Bay. Down here is Edgewood Passage. This is Creekview Peninsula, which is where my home is. That's where my main base is. And if you can tell, as I scroll from zone to zone, there's different ores that spawn in these zones. Like this one, for example, has iron, lithium, zinc, potassium, and copper. This has your base materials: iron, copper, zinc, potassium. This one here is iron, zinc, potassium, copper. And this one's iron, silicon. You get the idea. Now, in order for me to get these special ores, and like the obsidian, the lithium, and the silicon are super rare. They are super rare, super hard to come by. And it's a pain in the ass to get them. Obsidian, now, when you make a circuit board, you only need, 2 capacitors, I believe it is. Yeah, 2 semiconductors. We only need 2 refined obsidian, which is only 1 less than the silicon, but still, that adds up. So, the fact that you don't need, so many of the obsidian is the least hard to get. Plus, it's pretty abundant. If you look on the map, you can get it here, which is low. But then if you go all the way down to here, it's high, which you could go down here and you could gather quite a bit of obsidian really, really quickly. Not really, really quickly, but quick enough that it's not so big of a deal. As soon as the steak is done, I'll eat that, and then we're going to go do what we're going to do. So what I've been trying to do is I'm trying to make a remote, self-sufficient mining shack is what I'm calling it. It is a mining, it's a miniature base that's only 1 by 1 with 4 walls and a roof and a door, of course. And I am going to make it so it's completely self-sufficient and has a drill on it that could drill for these special ores. Like, for example, here, let me show you this. My drill's right outside. Now, these drills, because I'm in this area, in Creekview Peninsula, I get iron, copper, zinc, and potassium. So I have my three drills right now going non-stop. They never stop. They are currently farming iron, zinc, and copper, which is the main 3 ores in the game. However, if you want to switch, you can notice they can only get either copper, iron, potassium, or zinc. Any mine, any drill, anywhere can get water, and that is very valuable, and I'll show you why that's valuable later on in another video. And we have enough energy that we'll smoke these down. We'll refine all that while we're gone. Now, we're eating up. We're good. So here's what we're going to do. we're going to create this shack. This is what I call a shack kit. Has 4 walls, 1 door wall, 3 flat walls, a door, a roof, and a foundation. Which I just realized I need a set of stairs. I forgot to make that. Not a big deal. We can go down and make that right now. No planks, so I need to make 1, 2, 3. I don't know if it's 3 or 4. I believe it's just 3. It is 4. So we'll make 4 planks. So once I make these steps, this kit, everything in these top 2 rows, plus then the steps, are needed to make this. Not needed, I don't need the 4 doors. I don't need doors, I just need basically a base and a wall. But hey, let's make it look right. So this is needed in order to set up this remote base. You need a BCU, because without a BCU you cannot place a mining drill, you cannot place a generator, you cannot place a recycler or any of these. You can't replace anything. You can't place anything on the ground unless you have a BCU. Even though I made these at my current base, I made them, I just didn't place them. So I made them here, I used my mass, I used my energy, my materials, and I made them here. And now I'm going to take them to this remote location, and I'm going to place them down and make this base. Let's see, we don't need anything else. As soon as the steps are done, which should be fine, we can walk away. So, I looked on the map, and the location that I chose. Now, granted, I have a mining rig going right now, a remote base. It's all the way down here. You can barely see it here. It's really, really tiny. It's super far away from my base. My original plan was to make it on this line so that on the right side of it, with using 1 BCU, I can mine obsidian with 1 drill. And on the other side of it, in the same BCU range, I can mine silicon. Problem that I've discovered is it's super, super far away. It takes a bit to walk there. It's a little easier on the ATV, but I could have put that base here, or that mining rig here. And then I just realized not a couple of minutes ago that we have a border here with lithium here and obsidian here. So eventually what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put one here. This is what we're going to do today. I'm going to put one here and just put 1 drill for now. And then eventually I'll upgrade it so it can handle 2 drills, and I'll have obsidian on this side and I'll have lithium on this side. In the meantime, I'll drive down here and I'll get the silicon that I'm farming, and I'll be able to at some point I'll just demolish that one and rebuild it out here. It's really not that big of a deal. So we are going to head out, and I'll explain why I need the things that I need. Like why I have this, why I have the nails, you know, why, obviously why I need a generator, why I need why I chose a recycler and not a mass fabricator. And I'll explain that as we're putting this thing together. So we're gonna go up here, and of course I can walk to this location, but after I'm done, we're gonna head to our existing one and we're going to check up on it and see how it's doing, make sure, because I don't really know if it's completely self-sufficient yet. I have a feeling it is. I did some very basic math, and depending on the weather, ooh, is that a boar? We'll steer clear from the boar. Depending on the weather will depend on if I need to. We're definitely going to stop and get this because I need electrical components, but and I didn't get any. We will go out there just to see how it's doing, to make sure it's still running on its own. So we're going to come up this way here. It's up past the waterfall, I believe, and then the creek. The creek does a big tight S-turn. I already scoped this out, like I searched this a little bit earlier, and it looked like a good spot right here-ish somewhere. Ooh, look, another crate. Don't run. I don't want to run over a chicken. Honest to God, you run over a chicken, it does damage to the quad. Can't even make this shit up. You run over a chicken. As a matter of fact, I was heading out the other day, heading to the old base, bringing some solar panels out to the other mining shack, and a bear came out of behind a rock, smacked my quad, knocked me 90 degrees, and made me hit a tree. As I'm backing out, he hits me again and almost destroys the quad within 2 seconds. It was down to like 80 health, which is crazy that's even... They're so squishy. So, here we are on this line, this fault line, I guess, if you will. So what I'm going to do, it looks like we're heading in the right direction. Nice flat spot right on this fault line, which I believe is up here is where I wanted to put it. Was it here? Let's check. I don't want to put it right on that bush because that bush will then appear in the base. I think it's right here. Back a little bit, face that way. That looks pretty good. Maybe to the left just a little bit. Now, the reason why I'm being ever so particular with the placement of this is because I want to be able to use the same BCU for 2 different drills. And as you can see there, I am right in the middle of that. So this is where, right where I'm standing, is where our base is going to go. Our shack, if you will. So let's place our foundation first. Let's see, let's make sure I'm facing in the right direction. Oh, a little bit to the right. And a little bit to the right. I just don't want to put a BCU extender to reach. So there we go. Looks good. Let's place that thing right. Let's see, we don't want any plants sticking up to the top of it. That would look terrible. And there we have it. There is our foundation. Now these you probably won't see. Let's see, when we put our wall up. Put our wall up here. Will that cover those? Oh yeah. Now our leaves won't stick through. A little tiny bit they do. Doesn't matter, you're not going to see it. So let's put the rest of our shack together. I don't know if I'm going to need another flight of stairs. I probably will because this is a downhill. And I might have to move that actually. Let's see what it looks like. There they are. And are they going to dip fast enough? No, they are not. So what we're actually going to do is we're just going to move this up the hill a little bit and raise it up. So let's move this. I can literally snap it to there if I wanted to. We're going to bring it up to about... Let's see if that works. Now let's see if our steps work on here. I believe they do. Oh! Hold on. We'll get this fixed up here eventually. So we will turn these... Make sure that they snap. And there you go. That's what we're shooting to do. That is what we're shooting to do. We'll move this wall. We'll put it right here. We have some weeds sticking up. Again, doesn't matter. You're not going to see that. I'm not that critical with things. Especially for a shack we're not going to spend much time in. We're pretty much going to visit, grab our stuff, and we're going to get the heck out of here. Alright, it's coming together, Put our door up, our door wall. Let's make sure I have this facing the right way. Yes, I do. Get our door. And it should open out. Yep, we want it to open out on purpose. Let's see, we're going to put our roof on. Might as well. Don't need a roof, but let's see, we want to put it... Yeah. Let's put it that way. And now it looks like a little shack. Look at that little shack. I'll tell you what. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Now, before we can put any of this stuff in there, we need to place our BCU. So let's place our BCU. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the rearmost wall. Right dead center, about head height. Beautiful. Now, when you place a BCU, it's going to start with 25 mass and 150 energy. But if you notice, it's not generating any energy. This is because I already have my main BCU at my main base. I also have this BCU at this base, which I don't even use. I have a BCU at this location here, which is the other mining shack. And now I have a BCU here as well. So your first BCU that you place will generate power. The rest of them will not. If I destroy my first BCU, then the second oldest BCU that exists will then start generating power. So I could start destroying them and moving them around and getting one of these to generate electricity. That's not what we're trying to do. I want to make sure that my main base always generates mass. It's not so much power. I generate enough power that I don't have to worry about power. It's the mass problem. This will not generate mass. That being said, in order to generate mass, I need a recycler or I need a mass fabricator. The thing is, the mass fabricator requires a lot of energy to make a little bit of mass. It is brutal. It really is brutal. If you're generating power like I do in my main base, it's not so much of an issue. You can get through it. But if you have an abundance of extra materials, like nails, for example, then it's not a problem. You could just do what you want. That looks crooked. You could do what you want, though. You could just mass fabricate. It's not only is it instantaneous energy, but it also requires a lot less energy. So, and it's a value of one item to, how does it work? It goes, so if I were going to do this, one circuit board would give me 0.5 mass. So if I have 200 and 2 nails, it'll give me half of that in mass. In my opinion, it's way, way, way easier. And it'll take 200 power to do it. So for every item, it takes 1 power. It's way cheaper, and it's instantaneous, which is fine as long as you have the materials. So let's see. We're gonna put our power. We're gonna put our power storage units here. Forgot they were called for a second there. Now the reason we are putting these, I will explain. So now we have the potential to have 1,500 power in our bank, which is what we want. We'll fill this with biofuel. Now we have 150 power because we started, so we're going to turn on the generator. Now we're going to start generating power. Now this is not self-sufficient. This drill will drill, once I place it, it'll drill provided I have energy. So when the generator runs out of fuel, it'll stop generating power. Whatever power is left in there, the drill will drill until that power is depleted. So now if I look at my map, my building looks like it's right on that fault line. So I could put this way over here just to make sure that I'm in the lithium node, which I do want to be on the lithium node, which is on this side. This is the obsidian node. We want to be on the lithium side because I want to be able to start farming lithium first. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this. I'll place it right here, kind of sort of next to the steps. And now we'll be able to turn it on. Now this is going to use, this has to drill down first. So no matter what I do, I need to use the generator to generate enough power to get this drill to drill down to the ore. Once it drills down to the ore, I will then be able to determine whether or not I can drill for the ores that I want to drill for, which in this case is lithium. The nails are for mass. Okay, this drill uses 0.25 energy per second. Once it's right now it's using 0.5. When it's drilled to the bottom, when it gets to the bottom, when it gets to the ore, it will generate. It'll consume 0.25 energy every second. just to drill for the ore, just to get the ore. I can upgrade it. Once it's drilled, I can upgrade it. I can open the upgrade menu, and I'll be able to upgrade it and allow it to reduce it from 0.25 to 0.19, which is hugely saved. That's huge. That's for the amount of materials it takes to upgrade it. It's not that big a deal. It's not that expensive. I have them. I believe I have them, and it's worth it. So, but the problem is, in order to upgrade it, you need mass. Like there's nothing in here I can upgrade. But when you upgrade something, you need energy and you need mass and materials to upgrade it. Well, without generating enough mass, I can't upgrade it. That's where the nails come in. So we need 100 mass to upgrade it both times. That will it'll be cheaper and it'll be faster. So one upgrade is less energy that it consumes, and one upgrade is it drills the ore faster. So if I already have 25, I need 75. Half of let's see, if I need 75, that means I need 150. 150 nails should give me 75 mass. Yep. And there we go. Now we have 100 mass, and that'll stay there. I won't ever use that. It'll just stay there, whatever. Top this off. Now I'm not going to hang out here and wait for this to drill. We are going to. I just topped off the generator. So we will let that go, and hopefully we're going to take a little ride to our other one, and we are going to check on that and come back. Well, I parked the ATV pretty far away. Did I shut that door? I didn't. I'll get it on the way up. Yep. All right. So we're going to go to my first mining shack. And we're going to check up on it, see how it's doing. It's been running for a day or two, I guess you could say. And I'm pretty sure it's self-sufficient at this point. We'll top this off one more time just to be sure that when we get back, this drill has reached the bottom. It's about 1/5 of the way there, it looks like. So hopefully this has enough energy or enough fuel to get it all the way down. Alright, off we go. And there's a cougar. I don't really want to deal with that, but that's a wooden crate, isn't it? It sure is. I really don't want to deal with a cougar right now. Let's see. Honestly, let's see. My bow is probably the strongest against a cougar. Okay, Mr. Cougar, let's see if we can headshot you. Nope. That wasn't bad, though. We'll reload. I really want that crate. I mean, the amount of electrical components that you need to make all the satellite dishes, to make sure that these sheds, these shacks are 100% you know, on their own. They just run on their own. You need it. And the cougar is down. Might as well grab him. He's in the water. It's easy to wash our hands. We'll get some free sinew. I don't really care about the meat, but the fat is nice and the sinew is nice. Cougars are a great source of sinew. Great source of sinew. When you're first starting out, you find a cougar den. Learn to fight them things, but make sure you have the stamina to run until you have some powerful weapons. Okay, back at it. Jump on our ATV. I'm taking out the old Outlander 850 today. We're good on fuel. Our battery's fully charged because we might be coming back at night. That's not a big deal at all. Ooh, and it was worth it. We got an electrical component. I think I need... Ooh, and look at this. We need 24 electrical components. Wow, look at that. 4. Wow, look at that. I usually see 3, but 4. That's sweet. That is awesome. That was a treasure chest. So you need about 24 electrical components. I'll leave the steel go for now. But you need about 24 electrical components in order to make 2 solar panels. And that's typically what I do. I'll make 2 because 2 solar panels aren't terribly hard to make. I almost hit that rabbit, that would have been terrible. But they're not terrible to make if you make 2. If you try and make like 3 or 4, the amount of materials that you need, you're farming forever and it just becomes really monotonous. So I make 2, then I place the 2, and while I'm making the next 2, those first 2 are generating me power, which is, you know, efficient, because then when you come back, at least you got some ore. I'm not expecting to have a ton of ore up at this base right now, because like I said, I just cleaned it out somewhat recently, so it probably doesn't have a terrible amount of ore for me to take. I just want to make sure it's still running, because I did not turn the generator on. There's a crate there, but we'll leave it go. It's not a construction crate, it's an ammunition crate. And you can get electrical components now in ammunition crates and in medical crates as well. But the best, the most you get is in the construction crates, the wooden ones. Those are the prime ones for electrical components. So we're gonna go this way down here. There's usually a bear up there if you go that way. And this is one of the reasons why I want to move that base a little bit, move this shack a little bit closer. Only because it's just, this is another reason I wanted it down here, because, and I bring my climbing gear. Watch there be one. I don't see one. The eagle's nests are right on these rock faces, so in the process of driving down here, I always check these rock faces to see if there's an eagle nest. Now I don't have my climbing gear with me. Oh, and there's a bear. See what I mean? Doesn't take much, and they start hitting you. There's a cougar. We're gonna be in trouble here if we can't get moving. He is pissed. We're gonna go down this way. Is he still chasing? No. See now we almost did some serious damage to the quad. If he would have hit us, that would have been terrible. But that's what I mean, the cougar's up there as well. So we may have to take out some animals here. Ooh, and there's a crate. Yeah, let's take out some animals. All right, we're gonna pull out the shotgun. All right, he's taken care of. We're gonna. Oh, nice, another electrical component. I guess we'll take him for the fat. That fat. Those bears, man, they got some good fat on them. Alright, we'll reload this. I really don't want to deal with a cougar right now again. Alright, Mr. Cougar. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, we broke our leg, but it's alright. We'll patch the blood. We will take the sinew from him. I missed that shot. That was terrible. Got the sinew. Let's see. We'll make a splint real quick here. And we'll make 2. You never know. I mean, I could limp to the quad and just ride the ATV back, but that's alright. We'll splint that and our bone will be taken care of. I don't have anything to eat, however. Splint broken leg. Alright, let's go safely to this base now. This is another reason how I want to move it closer, because it's just obnoxious. The animals around here. There's so many bears. There's a cougar here, and there's a cougar up there on the hill more, next to the snow. And I took the wrong route. There should be another bear up here. Ooh, look at this. We're going to stop and get this. This is why it takes so long. This is a good thing, though. Be far away like this, I get all these crates. I get extra ore. I get, you know, look at the sinew I picked up. 2 cougars I killed. There's a deer. We don't need those. And we didn't take any damage. I think we might have taken 2 damage on the ATV here somehow. I think it was 70. There's another bear. See what I mean about the bears and the cougars and all the animals? There's just so many of them down here. And we're just going to ignore him and outrun him. we should be able to outrun them. And here's our secondary base. Now, of course, it's nighttime. And I don't believe that bear is chasing us, so we should be good. Let's see how much we got. Is it still spinning? It is still spinning. Look at that. 16 ore, and that was only with a couple days. 3 or 4 days, 3 days maybe. Now, if you notice the silicon, so we can get copper in this area. Right here, right here is where we're farming. We have our drill. We have it on this side. So we have iron, silicon, copper, zinc, and potassium. Ooh, something else exciting gonna happen. That sounds really far away. Well, it's gonna be nighttime soon, so I'll be able to see the crash. But I didn't hear anything. So anyway, back to what I was saying. That being said, you can get all these different ores. You can get copper, you can get iron, you can get potassium, you can get zinc, and you can get silicon. Okay? This is why this drill is here. If you notice, it says slow. Because it's a rare ore, so obsidian, lithium, and silicon are considered rare ores. It takes quite a bit longer. I would say about 30% longer to mine silicon than it does regular ores. Now, if I had this ore going on my other one, there's our crash. If I had this going like copper, for example, it would have had it. I would have probably had 25, maybe 20 or 25, somewhere around there. I don't see the wreck. I don't see smoke. I don't see fire. We could check the map. That sounded really far away. Oh yeah, that is super far away. Look how far away that is. That is really far away. That's on the other side of the mountain. So we're not gonna deal with that right now. That would have been nice. We're not going to. So we'll check our energy. So our generator is still full because I didn't turn it on last time. We can actually light this up since we're gonna spend the night here. We'll put some fuel in here. We will light it up and we will cook this meat we got from the cougars and the bears, and that will sustain us through the night. We'll be doing great. I also left 2 canteens here so I have something to drink. The problem with that is the closest water is all the way up on the hill, and I didn't even wash my hands yet. I just realized. So let's go wash our hands and drink this water and then refill. By the time we get back, those steaks will be nice and well done. And what is that, a bear? 180 is probably a wolf. I hear the water. Trying to avoid any animals. Don't want any confrontation. That's only a rabbit. We will wash our hands. Drink this. Drink this. Fill the... Oh, plant is filling. Fill. And I just noticed a little crate over here. Of course, I am a little bit... Uh-oh. Nope, we're just gonna head back. I ain't fighting a wolf in the dark. Ain't no need no noise like that. Plus our steaks are cooking. I don't really care if they overcook. I have those livers too, I can still cook, so we have enough food to survive the night. It's just not a big deal. And we're cold. Another reason I lit the fire. We'll warm up in here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Delicious. Delicious. Alright, and we'll cook that water then. So if we look at our base, right now I'm generating 0 energy. I'm bringing in 0 energy, but that drill's going away at 0.19 because it's fully upgraded. This is what I'm talking about, fully upgraded too. Once you upgrade it, you hit the upgrade. Once it gets to the bottom, you can increase the power efficiency, which brings it from 0.25 down to 0.19, and extraction speed, which makes them extract faster. And since we're mining rare ore, we definitely want to have that upgrade. So if we look at this, now this is the first time I'm actually looking at this for a while too. So this has been going for at least 4 game days. 4 game days, and I'm at 1,436 energy. That means that this base is definitely self-sufficient. It will generate overall, over a period of over a period of a month or a year, let's just say, it'll generate more power than it uses. which is good. That's what we want to do. And to achieve that, which I could show you here, we have our base command BCUR generator, which I haven't been using, the solar panels, and our mining drill. So the mining drill is using power. I don't know why it says 0.18 here and 0.19 up here, but that's all right. Our solar panels, we have 6 of them. They're on the roof, and so that's why I build 1500 energy, because let's just say right now we're going to probably go down to about 1350 energy by the time the morning comes. And once the morning comes, the solar panels are going to start bringing in power, and it's going to slow down the amount of energy we're using. And then throughout the day, if it's a nice sunny day, it will build up more energy. We need enough energy in the bank that if we get like 2 days of, like, especially in the wintertime where nights are short, or days are long and days are short, nights are long, and it's cloudy a lot of times. I don't have a turbine on here, so we are relying on, we can have 4 bad days in a row and still this thing will just plug away. So we're doing good. Let's take these off before they burn. But that's great. That is fantastic. So this is completely self-sufficient. So I don't need the generator anymore. I do not need the mass fabricator anymore because I was going to put a second drill over here, but now I've decided that I'm not going to do that. So as you can see, we don't have any mass whatsoever, but I don't need mass. So I think I am going to disassemble this because I want some of the components back. Let's see, what did we get? Ooh, we got some good stuff. We got some real good stuff. This is the oil for the generator, and this is fuel for the burner. Most of the time, I don't spend the night here. When I was building this, I would, but now I just don't. I really, really don't. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take the oil and the fuel with us. Now, like I said, I have that because I was using it. I was using the furnace. I would end up spending the night here. Typically, I would just get on the ATV. I would head here during the morning. I'd grab the ore and I'd leave. That's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm not going to be farming obsidian. That's what I used to do. I'd show up. I would, spend the night, wake up in the morning, or get up in the morning, and I would go farm obsidian because obsidian is right here. I would farm obsidian here, and then I would head back. I'm not going to be spending the night here very much, but it ain't hurt nothing being there. So maybe I'll leave the fuel here. But the generator I definitely don't need anymore. But again, maybe I'll just keep it here. What the hell? It ain't hurt nothing. What am I going to get back? A couple of electrical components. Ain't going to be the... I guess I'll leave it here. Leave it here for another day. What we will do, though, is we will take this. And we will extinguish this because it's morning. And I'm excited. This is good. This is working. So let's go check out our other base. Let's go check out our other shack. See how it's coming along. See if it drilled down. We can turn on our headlights a little bit until the sun's all the way up. Maybe we'll hit some second gear here coming up. Oh, yeah, let's hit that second gear here. But let's not wreck. Woo! That's not damn. Oh, he's right there. Take the creek. It's a little bit smoother. Get away from this bear. Oh my gosh, he's trying to kill this ATV. All right, slowing down. We lost him. We lost him. He was hot on our tail, but we lost him. There's some scrap metal on the left. I'm not going to worry about that right now. And again, we're heading back to, I wonder what that is, 230 meters away. I don't know if it's going to be shorter or harder. Let's find out. Yeah, that's our secondary base down there, you can see. That's that one by the lake that I just really don't. I showed that in the last video. I don't go there very often. I thought about just dismantling the whole thing, but what am I going to get out of it? Some nails, some boards, maybe some wood. It's just not worth it. Alright, we got a wolf. We don't have to worry about a wolf. A wolf will run from the ATV. And I found out just the other day that you can actually go over the handlebars of this thing. No joke. If you're riding along at a relatively fast speed, like second gear wide open, if you're in second gear wide open and you come across, you hit like a rock that bottoms out, it'll actually send you right over the handlebars quickly, like, and you'll lay flat on the ground. So if something's chasing you and you're in second gear and you hit a rock, it'll starfish you on the ground, and that animal will definitely enjoy a meal. There's another bear chasing us. We'll put some distance between us and Mr. Yogi. I wonder if I could get up this way. So far we're doing good, didn't do any damage to the ATV. It's going to be a good day, I think. Tried to shift too early. Look at that face. That is the face of dedication. I don't know if I can make it over there from this way, but we're going to find out. There's a tree over, the big tree over there where you get a grub. I have taken so much wood from that tree. Alright, we're getting there. We're 150 meters away. We'll smack second gear. Put some speed on. If you're going up a hill, you do not want to switch into second gear. Make sure you don't catch any air. There's a cougar right there to our left. If I am careful and I come around the front side of this cabin, I shouldn't have any problem with cougars. But if I come the back way, I have to watch out for that cougar. Oh, and look at that. We are drilled to the ground. It was worth our trip. How are we doing on power? We're generating power. This is wonderful. This is all wonderful. We'll stock that up, let it keep on running. So let's see. What do we need to upgrade it? We need, let's see, do I have all that? Let's see. We need a metal ingot ×2. We need some scrap metal. We need 16 crystals and 2 rope. I wonder, I'm not going to eat 3. What am I, crazy? I'll get fat. Let's go get these items. I think I can upgrade this. You know what? I just realized this is a 42-minute long video. I will get these items and I will create another one.